Hi, everybody. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry that I'm late. Um, we have a bit of a change today. I think we are not going to be able to stream ESO. We'll see if we have time afterwards, but I have to get this finished like today. So we're going to do a crafting stream so that I can finish this, but also see you guys. All right. So, first things first, I need to. What the frick? We're also going to, depending on the time it takes me to finish this thing, we're also going to actually work on some of the Halloween squares that you guys voted on. Since we only did, I think, one stream of that, which is great. Um, we'll do that a little bit. We'll see. I don't know how much time it takes. If not, then I think I will also show it to you a little bit tomorrow as well. I think I've got everything set up that I need to have. I just want That's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. I clicked the wrong button. How do I get it back? Ah! Well, I figured this out. How are you guys today? We had a pretty terrible day at school today because it was in service day. And anybody who's worked in school sort of like, what's the word? Settings will know that in service day is basically code for let's waste a bunch of teachers' time. Doesn't matter what country you're in, that's what it basically ends up being, because they ask you to do these workshops for things that you've heard before or don't need because it doesn't apply to your like grade level, or like there's probably going to be, out of the entire day, like two things that you actually need out of the entire day. Today, I had nothing. Absolutely nothing that applied to me. So it was just 8 hours of nothing. Although, it's in there, but I did bring some crochet with me and I worked on it a little bit, so that's pretty fun. Um, Depending on the time we have left, you might actually see that as well. Okay, I think I got the thing back that I wanted to get back, so uh, we should be good now. Shite, I can move this? Holy shit. I didn't realize that was customizable. That's cool. Um, excuse me. So, uh, we are going to have a nice, oh my god, I just accidentally changed my stream language to something in Cyrillic, not Russian, but something in Cyrillic. There we go, I fixed it. Woo! Okay. Let's get started, shall we? So we have this beautiful pattern. I haven't worked on it actually during stream because the creator of the pattern asked that nobody post any video tutorials or anything like this online because of copyright. So the only thing I'm going to be doing today as far as working on this is weaving in the ends, because, like, that doesn't count for this really. But it is gorgeous. And if you are a crocheter and are interested, I know I don't normally crochet, so some of my viewers might not actually be crocheters. But if you are interested, where did it go? There it is. If you're interested in her work, she's actually a Slovak crochet designer, which I did not know until I had a question. And she lives in the UK, so I will put her link to the pattern and to her blog in the chat. And that is what we will be working on today. Hello, Pierco. Thank you for welcoming me to my own chat. Oh, and Neko, of course, is here to check out the blanket. Now, I'm going to have to probably um, evict him because this is a baby blanket gift for a friend. So I don't want any fur in this. We'll see where he decides to settle. All right. Yeah. So it's Exquisite Crochet UK. Okay, buddy. It's Exquisite Crochet UK, who designed this, and she did a wonderful job. It's not normal crochet, it is Tunisian. So you use these double-sided hooks. If you've ever seen them before, they have like a normal crochet hook on them, but then these particular ones are super long. You're going to need a long one for this, and they're double-sided, so there's two crochet hooks on each side. And it looks like circular knitting needles, but they're not. They're crochet. And you work the entire row. You put all of the length of the project on the hook, and then you do what's called a return pass, and you remove all the hooks, all the loops. Sorry. Yeah. So this was really fun to make. I'm actually kind of sad it's finished, but I will be getting into Tunisian a little bit more with this. So I did alter her pattern a little bit. So this is actually only 2 squares long, like tall and wide. She does a 3 by 3 pattern. So I altered it so that it is 2 stars and a star and a moon, and that's all. That's the blanket. But for hers, it's actually a moon, 2 stars, and then 3 stars, 3 stars. So yeah, it's very easy to follow. She's active on her blog, so if you have any questions, you can ask her. It was very nice, uh, to say the least. So we just need to finish this up and get this bad boy in the wash so that I can block it, because that process can take a while. So, come on. I recently decided to make the switch to yarn needles, which actually are like, they have this really big space here. Where do I have my camera? Okay, we're going to go to this camera because I know where it is. There's a really big space here for the yarn to go through instead of needing to try to push it through like a little tapestry needle, whatever, so I can just drop it through. The only problem is it sometimes falls out, so you got to kind of work with that. But that's not a huge problem, so whatever. And I don't actually have a lot of ends to weave in because a lot of these I kind of weaved as I went. Basically, I just have the points of the stars because I couldn't weave it anywhere since I was changing colors. And then for some reason, when I dropped the yellow in here, I didn't weave it in, and I don't know why. So hopefully this will be kind of fast, and I can get into ESO with Imbax. He might join us a bit for chat, but I'm not sure.
I might not. I don't feel so well today, so please excuse me, guys.
Oh, that was a little quiet. He just said, please excuse me. He doesn't really feel very well. He's currently playing ESO to get some of his like daily writs and things done, but he might go and try and take a nap. He actually tried to take a nap before I got stream all set up, but Neko was being very needy and he was not able to actually take a nap. Okay. So I think do this, then we might be able to finish this off right there. All right. Yeah. So I think maybe you could even alter this pattern a little bit and try and do it with single crochets instead of the Tunisian, but then you don't get this cool border effect. The border is a, oh my God, I'm going to forget what it's called. Honeycomb, I think, Tunisian stitch. So you do, I learned a new stitch with this blanket. You do a Tunisian purl and a Tunisian simple stitch, and you get this honeycomb effect. It's really cool. So, okay, where did I put my scissors? I brought them over. Oh, they're in my bag. I've got a little bag. I'm gonna try. I don't know if they do this, but I order a lot of my yarn and my materials from one website called Hobby, Hobbii. Actually, apparently they pronounce it Hobie. I think it was Hobie or Hobby. I think it's Hobie. Technically that's how they pronounce it if you like watch their videos and stuff. Um, and I kind of want to see if they'll take an affiliate, but I don't know if they take like streamers and YouTubers for affiliates. Because I freaking love them. I bought these needles from them. I bought my crochet hooks from them. I bought my knitting needles from them. All from Hobby. Or Hobie. And this bag came together with my huge ass bag, which is also from Hobby. Actually, the logo's in here. It's backwards, but Hobbii. Oh, also backwards in there, but yeah. So I wonder if I can find a spot for it to sit on my desk, but my desk is very small. That kind of works. Maybe. Maybe Neko won't pop up now. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to put my music on, guys. Let's get some jams. I might have to get pro. Can I at least listen to a sample of this? Ew, I can't. They have an acoustic one, but they have an acoustic option on this. It's called Soundstripe. It's supposed to be a way that streamers can have. Hello, there it is. Streamers can have music without being like copyright issues. So there we go. And they have some, what's the word? They have some different playlists that you can pick from. The one we usually listen to is Chill Vibes. But they do have an acoustic one that I might be into. I just can't test it before I get pro, and it's pro only, so I don't really like that. Ugh, I got a Neko fur. Come on, there we go. So when you're weaving in with Tunisian, I'm pretty sure I found that you should use these little loopies on the back. See, it sometimes falls out of the eye. But when it starts getting shorter like this, I sometimes just drop it through at the last second and then I pull it through. Wait, I gotta go this way this time. So you can do it even with short, like, tails to weave in. There we go. And I'm just gonna do one back this way real quick. And Hopefully that'll kind of lock it in. I bought these at the other store that I talk about all the time, which is Flying Tiger. They're all over Europe, based in Copenhagen. What country has Copenhagen? Oh my God. Is it Denmark? I think both of these stores are from Denmark, so I might as well just actually move there. Save a lot on shipping, but never mind. Yeah, my last Hobie bag got stolen when I left it on a bench. Someone must have thought it was a actual like important like purse or something and had money in it, or I don't even know. It just had crochet projects in it and a gift for Imbex, which was a keychain, but someone stole it and I had to replace all of my stuff. And I ordered most of it from Hobie, but I got these scissors from Tiger because, shite, I love purple, and it was just easier to get it from there than to wait. And I got like one hook so that I could crochet while I waited for the shipment to come in. But I got really nice hooks. These ergonomic hooks came from there. I think I have my music just a bit too high, so I just turned it down a bit. I just need to check something real quick. Okay. What the hell?
A lazy horse, yeah. Oh wait, no.
Okay, there we go. That's finally done. Okay. So, I can't remember what I was talking about, but yeah, Hobie's pretty awesome. If you're a crocheter, you should go check them out. Maybe I can drop a link to them too. Again, I am not a subscriber at the moment, but I might actually love to be. Not a subscriber, what? Like affiliate, or they don't like sponsor me. They have also some patterns. My sister just ordered a bunch of yarn from them to make her wedding shawl. So, and they have some amazing stuff. This particular yarn is not from there because with my baby stuff, this is a baby blanket for a friend. With my baby stuff, I usually try to just go local because I kind of end up making a lot of them. And I would rather be able to get it fast without waiting for shipping. But the Hobie yarn is so nice. If I don't end up getting into ESO and we get bored with the Halloween squares, I might show you guys the thing I'm working on with Hobie right now. They've got this yarn called, is it Twirls or Twister that I'm using right now? Twirls got discontinued. It's now called Sultan. There was a legal battle. Very boring, not going to get into it. But Twister is Luna just bashed into something. Twister is a very similar type to the Sultan, and I'm using it. It's a color changing yarn that has like dyes that have like faded or whatever, and I'm using it to make a shawl, and I kind of like how it's turning out. I started it yesterday because this blanket, the reason I couldn't finish this blanket yesterday when I had the day off, that would have been nice, but I ran out of yarn and it was a bank national holiday because of All Saints Day. So I couldn't get new yarn. I had literally 8 rows of this yellow spot left. 8 rows. I was like, I'm so close. So I bought it today, and if I was thinking, I was not, but if I was thinking, I could have done this yesterday and then finished off the thing and basically been done. But no, I decided let's start a new project. So I did, and now I'm working on a shawl. There's more ends than I thought there would be. That's probably why I wasn't thinking of it. I really thought I weaved in more as I was going. It's not messing up the... Okay, good. Come on. There we go. Yeah. So. Come on. Okay. And then all of these little pieces I save in the side pocket of this bag because I've got a couple projects that I work on with my scrap yarn. Okay. So let's start at the top. I think I already weaved in. Yeah, I already weaved in the ending tail. Jesus, why did I leave this one so long? This is insane. Okay, whatever. It's okay. Because it's so long, it will work for one of my scrap projects much better. The ones that are super short and I can't still work with, I use to stuff like stuffed animals with. If I make an amigurumi or whatever, I use the tiny bits of yarn to stuff them. I never end up with enough to stuff a whole stuffed animal, but I use it for like the paws and stuff. I got this idea from my sister. She's pretty cool. So like the full body, I'll use the cotton, but then the paws, I use leftover old yarn. And it kind of saves on the cotton, but also is easier to stuff in the smaller bits. This is so freaking long. Why is it so long? This is unnecessary. Okay, we're gonna leave it the way it is. That's far enough. And this long ass motherfucker can go to my scrap project. I wonder if I can turn on the extensions so you guys can see what I'm playing. I know that was a thing, but I didn't actually look into it too much when I was like doing video games because I have the video game music. I didn't like the clash of sounds. But since we're doing crafting stuff and using some more music now. Where's my chapstick? Guess it's not here, never mind. I can activate that extension. Oh, it's already activated. Okay, so if you're interested in what the music is, it's on the right side of my screen. Like, there'll be a button like somewhere around here where my hand is. And you can click on it and it should show you what I'm listening to. I hope that's how it works. I'm gonna go experiment, maybe. Yeah, that's exactly. Actually, it's not exactly where my hand is. Or maybe it's just because of the way I have the window sized. Yeah, so it'll be around here-ish. Here. Here. Yeah. And it should show you what I'm playing. So you can you can follow them on Spotify as well. But yeah, apparently if they've been put into Soundstripe, then they don't mind being used for stream and stuff like this. Okay. So I just want to check before we go too much further with this to make sure when you do Tunisian, you get this really cool effect that there's like a ladder going across the stitches. And I want to make sure the way that I'm weaving in the ends isn't messing with this look. And it appears that it is not messing with the look, which is nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Echo shouting at us. Hello, my love. Okay. That should be enough. When you weave in the ends, you don't really need to weave too far. You just kind of have to go in different directions, and then usually things will stay in place. If you're constantly going in the same direction, then it's more likely that it will pull out. When it gets washed or something. Whoops. See, it just did the thing where it fell out of the eye of the needle because the eye's so huge. It's gonna be okay. Gonna be fine. There we go. That should. Oh, whoops. That was close. That should be enough for the last. I know a lot of crocheters slash knitters really prefer to do this sort of thing like in front of the TV watching their favorite show or something. And I know one blogger, I can't remember who it was a long time ago when I was getting into corner to corner crochet. I would like to show you guys that sometime, but we'll see. The idea I have right now for corner to corner is going to be a gift of somebody that watches the stream, so I don't think I can show that particular one, but if I have a different idea, then I might show that. But it's when you start in the corner of the blanket and then you expand out and then you shrink down to the corner again. It's a pretty cool concept, and you can do something like this where you put a nice picture in the work. And so I was getting into this and researching it, and I was trying to figure out if there was some way you could weave in the ends while you were going with it, because it's a very different style of crochet than traditional. And the lady was like, well, I haven't found any easy way. I have since found some bloggers who did find easy ways, but this particular lady was like, I haven't found any easy way, so I just plopped myself down in front of the TV, and I even taught my kids to weave in the ends, and since it's a plastic needle, they're not going to hurt themselves, and sometimes we do it as a family activity. I was like, what? And they like it? Apparently she said that her kids actually enjoyed weaving in the ends of the work. And I was like, interesting. Very, very interesting. Show your work. I don't think I believe you. So you see how I just I went through these 3 loops? If I'm going in that same direction, then it's going to be easier for it to fall out. So I need to go back down like this to give it a bit of resistance. And if I weave it through like that, then it's less likely to unravel. That's how people do this. There you go. This is not my normal needle that I use. It's a little bit bigger, so it's not fitting in my stitches very nicely. I can't find my normal small size one. It's like this big, I think, is the one that I used to use. Can't find it. No idea where it went. I don't really like when the music changes on this playlist. It feels very abrupt. I think this star, yep, the star is all woven in. So this is the back of the work, so you can see some of my color changes where I pulled the yarn through, but the intention is that people will see this side. So yeah, hopefully that stays. Okay, so see here, this is a spot that I actually tried to weave it through. So you can see if I pull on it, it pulls through the work, but I didn't weave it very well because I'm not super familiar with Tunisian yet. So I'm actually just going to yank that out and try and do it in a more effective way. That was way too easy to pull out. And if I can just yank it out with my needle like that, then that means that always means to me that it's just going to fall out much easier. And it's that much more unsafe. So let's fix it. Okay. I think that can be the end of that. Plus, if I weave it through this way, then it's harder to see. The way I had it before, it was right in the color change there, so it was easier to see. There we go. Oops. Is there anything else in the moon? No, I think I finished the moon before I decided to just say, whatever, let's stream this. Okay, so the 2 blue stars are finished. I ran out of blue yarn, and when I bought more blue yarn, it doesn't match. And I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? This is the only blue yarn that store had. So my husband came up with this beautiful idea, and I love the way it looks, actually. So yeah, let's do the last yellow star. We've got this, and we've got these, and then we're finished. Okay, this one might actually... Oh no, this isn't actually woven through very well. So let's finish this up. I think this is around the time that I was trying to switch over my blue. So I think they're tied together and they shouldn't come out. But even when I do, I don't know what they call it, that join when you tie like... Actually, I don't know if too many people are familiar with this. So you take your 2 new strands. So this is like your old ball and this is your new ball. And if you tie a knot here, and then tie a knot here, there, then you can slide them together, and they kind of lock together. I'm not going to pull it the whole way because I still want to be able to untie it. But they have like friction against each other and they don't tend to come undone, which is very nice. But I still like to give it a couple weaves through the work just to make sure, especially because most of my work ends up being gifts or something like this. I really don't want to end up having the person that ends up with my work have it just fall apart all of a sudden. That would not be fun. if it's my own work, then I can deal with it falling apart and it'll be fine. Like if it's something that I'm just going to keep around my house and it starts to fall apart, that's much different. But this is going to go somewhere else and is also going to get a lot of use because it's a baby blanket. It's going to be like pulled at and washed and all that. So we want to make sure it's in good condition. And now let's finish up this star. What is this? That does not look very... No, that's a hole. All of this is just free. It's not woven in, but the end of it is over here. This is awful. How did this happen? Why can't I see my chat? That was weird. Okay. Okay, that part's woven through quite nicely, so we don't need to rip that part out. But this, on the other hand, is just awful. Oops. Okay, there we go. That should be tight enough. Yay! Okay, are any of these actually woven through? No, wait. No. These are all just... I stopped using that color and just dropped it and didn't even think to attempt to weave it through. That's awful. Okay. I meant to say that's awesome, but you know what? That's also awful. Whatever. I should have done better than this, but never mind. Didn't do the work the first time, so now I gotta weave it in now. Okay, so then as soon as I get these last, I don't know what, 5 strands woven in, then we can get to some actual crochet. How about that? And I'm gonna go and pop this in the washer. And I know you're supposed to hand wash crochet, but with baby blankets, I always try to put them in the washer because I know that Mom and Dad, especially this time it's brand new mom and dad, this is their first child, are not going to have enough time to hand wash a blanket. So I tested in the washer to make sure it won't fall apart. And so we're going to do that, and then we're going to block it up. Which, if you are not a crafter and you're one of my viewers that normally joins us for video games, blocking is when you basically lay it out on the shape that you want it to be. Like if you're going to wash a knitted sweater, you don't want to hang it because it can like warp the knit. So you lay it flat and kind of give it the shape you want it to have, and you let it air dry like that. So blocking is basically the same thing as that, except I don't have it. I put it in the other room. You kind of like pin it down and stretch it so that the stitches kind of settle. It gives it a bit more of a finished look, and kind of make sure that everything actually goes together. Now, I also heard somewhere that you should do all of this after you do the blocking, but since I really want to get it washed, I want to make sure I have the ends woven in before we send it through the washer, because that could be disastrous, my friends. That could very well be disastrous. Okay. I'd like to give a quick little shout out to Nick Terithia, because if it weren't for Nick Terithia's suggestion that I do knitting while waiting for the New World queue to pop, then we wouldn't have crafting screams. Still thinking about Halloween. We wouldn't have crafting streams, so Nick Terithia gave me that push. I actually started streaming because I wanted to stream some crochet and maybe even start selling crochet and stuff like this. But streaming video games was just so fun, I got stuck in that, and because of Nick Terithia's suggestion to have a knitting stream while we wait for New World, here we are. This is just so fun and relaxing. I hope it's just as relaxing for you guys to listen to me babble on. Probably was until I mentioned that, right? But especially with this school year going the way it is, it's really nice to have a bit of time, dedicated time, that we're just gonna sit and craft. I also might want to get into, I've toyed with this idea, and if you guys are interested in this, then like pops up in something in the chat, or maybe join my Discord so you can do votes later on when I post some polls. But I've been toying with the idea of maybe getting back into scrapbooking, and so maybe I could stream that as well. I have a bunch of scrapbooking materials that I never use, and I'm sure Imbex would love to see me actually get some use out of them or just throw them away. So yeah, just let me know how you feel about that one. Come on, you freaking piece of, there we go. Whoops. I'm just gonna leave that there. The needle just flipped right into the work. That was fun. Okay, I think this is our last strand. Oh, and this is a bit of a shorter one, so we might have to use my trick that I showed you guys. I don't know why I made this one so short, but some of the other ones so ridiculously comically long. Salix, hi! Scrapbooking would be fun, and I can give you all the materials I have and don't use. Nice. I have a lot of materials, but... whoops. Okay, yep, we're gonna have to use the trick. Okay, so we put it in there, and then we stick it through the eye. Alright. And I still have some painting stuff, so we can trade. Payback for taking your canvases! Oh, how are you feeling? I hope the, calmingness is helping. I don't know about this song. I don't know why this song is on chill vibes. It feels a bit sports centery for me. But I hope it's helping. No more painting stuff? You don't need it? Come on. Not great, but it's getting better. Okay. Okay, I think that's good enough for this strand. I'm happy to hear it's getting better. I don't know if you knew this, Salix, but your name changes color every time you log into Twitch, and today it's green, and I don't think I've ever seen it green, but seeing Salix the tree in green is just so satisfying, I gotta tell you. Okay. So, Salix, oh shit. I just attached this to one of my crochet hooks. There we go. Okay. This is the baby blanket for my exiting boss. If you remember, I don't want to dox her, but my boss that is leaving work because of her baby. This is the one that I'm making for her. So I'm pretty excited it's finished. I just need to wash it and block it because it currently smells like pipe smoke. We're not going to give this to a baby. Okay. Yeah, that's all the ends woven in. Guys, I'm so excited, and it's so soft. I do. You showed me, so I remembered who it was for. That's right. I brought it to the Halloween party, I think. Yeah, so here it is. And I ran out of blue. I don't remember if I talked with you about this, but I ran out of the blue field background down here. And when I bought new one, you can actually see in the camera that it's different blue. And I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? So Imbax had the idea, like, swap the colors. And I was like, at first I was really skeptical, but I really like how it's turned out. So, yay! Okay, we're going to go pop this in the wash. I also have a couple other crochet projects that need to be cleaned. So I'm going to pop them all in together. And then I think we will have a tiny bit of time where we will work on the Halloween squares that you guys voted for. So you guys will see that for a little bit. Maybe I'll pop into ESO. I don't know. It's already kind of getting late because we had a late start. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go pop this in the wash. I'm going to turn this to the break screen, and I will be right back. Hi. Sorry about that. Um, I forgot that my break screen has a hole cut in it now for ESO, and we don't have ESO today. So I need to figure out what to put in there. Okay, sorry for the longer sort of break there. I popped all of my stuff into the wash, forgot to grab the squares. Sorry about that, just a sec. I think I can still have mic connection. But I was blocking some squares. And yeah, good girl. Oh, yeah, good girl. So, here we go. I hope I still had mic connection anyway. I popped everything into the wash. I grabbed a sandwich, and here are the squares. So, we were making Halloween squares together. Remember, this one is going to be a black cat. We're going to have a Neko square. And I decided, because we haven't been working on it during stream, to kind of go ahead and do the base squares, and we'll add the detail during stream. Yeah, this is the blocking process with all these needles there. It stretches it out so that the stitches can kind of settle. And while I take the pins out, I'm just going to enjoy my little sandwich here. It's called a rožok. This is a Slovak roll, rožok. And it just has ham and salami in it. So excuse me for a bit while I munch, but I'm a little bit hungry and I forgot to eat before the start of the stream, so there we go. Okay, I think I can kind of do this one-handed now, so let's switch to the crafting scene, and we can take this out. The black one didn't need much blocking, that's why there's less pins. But the gray one needed quite a bit. I think the gray is a different sort of, it shouldn't be, but I think it is a different sort of yarn than the black one. It really shouldn't be. The labels say the exact same thing. But okay. I also have a second black one here, which is not finished. Or maybe it is finished. No, it's not finished. Okay, so this one's going to be the spider web. This one's going to be a mummy. And this one is going to be the black cat one that we talked about. So... Do I still have the pattern? Here it is, okay. And today, I bought white. And I also have green and orange, which we talked about the last time we did this stream I would need for Frankenstein and the Witch and for pumpkins and the like. So I have everything prepared now, I'm pretty sure. Let me just take a look at the color list. When am I going to need blue? I don't see the blue. When the hell am I gonna need? I'm really confused. Anywho, so we've got green, pink, purple, black, yellow, orange, red. Do I have red? I might not have red. Shit, I don't think I have red. Okay, so I don't have red, but any of the other patterns I should be able to do. They've got Christmas ones too. That could be fun. A lot of Christmas ones. Where the hell are the Halloween ones? I mean, I have the pattern. I have it in PDF because I bought it, but here we go. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys the square by square to see what we could do. There we go. Okay. Sorry for that. Thank you for letting me finish my sandwich there. I'm really upset with myself that I did not remember that we need red. Okay, so I'll fix that, but later, I guess. How much red do we actually need? Not a lot. I need red for the veins and the eyeball. Here, I can share my screen with you. So I need red for the veins and the eyeball. I need red for the bow tie that the vampire has, which that can be any color. And I need red for the inside of the werewolf's mouth. So I really don't need that much. Although Flynn's favorite color is red, so if I do buy some red, I can use it for these things and then make his Christmas present out of red something. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but okay. So today we're gonna be working on the mummy, which will be this one that I haven't finished yet. We have the black cat, which is the one that we started in our last crafting stream. We've got the head base already, and we just need to add the ears and the details. And the spider web is the other one. Yep. And then maybe, depending on the time we have left, we might even start another one. I love the grass detail on this tombstone. That is freaking adorable. Okay, so yeah. Let's do this. Okay. We don't need these yet until the blanket comes out of the wash. And we also don't need these yet until we figure out until we figure out what we're going to be doing next. So, excuse me. Ugh. We need the pink and we need the white. Yeah. Okay. So, what would you guys like to see first? Would you like to see me do the details for the black cat, for the mummy, spider web, or for the mummy? And while I wait for some responses in chat, I will finish the mummy, but I need to grab something out of my other bag. So, I brought some crochet to school today because I knew with all of the stuff going on for in-service day that I would need some stuff to do. So come on. Here's my hook, but the project I had is here. I'm gonna make a headband. So I was working on that today, and this is how little we got done. In between all of the team building games we played and the workshops we had, I did literally all of this. I started this morning in our workshop. So, productive day. Yeah. It was a talking point for a lot of people, though. It's got a nice spring to it because I'm making it in like the ribbed style, but yeah, anyway. So, this is the size hook that I need. Would you guys like mummy, spiderweb, or black cat? Where's my pattern so I can see exactly how many of each of these stitches I need? There's the mummy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we gotta go here. Salix, if you're still there, have you ever by chance seen these like children's play mats like this? Because I might need more than what I have, and I can't remember where I bought these. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? This does not make any sense. Oh, I see what I did. I was working on this kind of half asleep this morning before leaving for school, and I put the slip stitch in the wrong stitch. There we go. Now that should work. Alrighty, so I guess nobody has any opinions on what we do next, so I think I want to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That's much better. I think I want to finish up the black cat next. Just one chain? Are you serious? In a corner? I guess that's what I did here, so... It is. Okay, so one chain in the corner. Oh, also, if you guys are interested in this pattern, I'll give them a quick little shout out. Except I lost the... Oh, there it is. It's in a different window. Okay, that was weird. I'll give them a quick little shout out. There it is. It won't let me right click, so paste. There we go. Rafamusa Designs. It is paid. This was a crochet along that they released 2 years ago, I think. And after the crochet along ended, they changed it to a paid pattern sort of a deal. So if you're interested in this, you can buy the squares either separately or you can buy the whole pack like I did. And I'm not getting any money from her for saying that. I just want to shout out to a fellow crochet designer. Has Luna had a bone today? Hello, Misty. No, actually, chat's been very quiet. And Luna and Neko both haven't had anything really, so... If you have enough points, she is ready and waiting. Alright, so treat Neko. There's snack for Neko. Sorry, lurked for a while because I was recording a song. Oh, not a problem, Salix. Not a problem at all. What song were you doing today? Okay. Here's a bone for Luna. Hi, sweet girl. Here, maybe we can rotate the camera a tiny bit. There she is. Do you want a bone? There you go. Oh, crap. Now we gotta recenter. Come on. Stop bouncing. Okay. Don't think twice. It's all right. Nice. Okay, so we're going to keep Neko's treat sitting here until he decides to join us. And I'm also going to open the door. Maybe Neko will join us later. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Come on up here. Come on up on this side. Come on. Oh, crap. What happened to my camera? Come on up. You can do it. There you go. Do you want the snack? There you go. Yeah. Oh, here, take the snack. Yeah, good boy. Don't drool on my work. This one I've decided is not going to go to anyone. It's going to be like in our house. So decides to join you and drool on the desk, you mean? Yes. Yes, exactly. Hi, Neck Neck. Can I help you, Neck Neck? There's no more snack. There's no more snack. Oh my god, you're so drooly that he, like, brushed his whiskers up against my finger, and now there's cat drool on my finger. Thank you, cat. Thank you, cat. Do you want to say hi to the world? Meow? Meow? Nothing? Oh my god, Neko. Get your cat butt out of the camera. Get your cat butt out of the camera. Misty. What do you want, cat? I'm not trying to be rude when I call him cat. His name literally is cat in Japanese, Neko. So, Salix cat butt, yes. Yes, Neko has cat butt. Hi, buddy. You can't rub your face on my work while I'm working on it, buddy. That's not how this works. Stop drooling on my finger! Cat ass on screen? Yes. Can I help you? He's being very lovable today. He climbed... Imbex was trying to take a nap earlier because he's not feeling very well today. And Neko climbed inside the blanket with Imbex. Normally he doesn't do that. Normally he just curls up beside Imbex, but thank you, Neko, for settling. Yeah, this one I don't mind if there's cat fur all over it because this one's just gonna stay with us. What's up? He just perked up. What's up? Okay. I guess he heard something he wants to investigate. They know when their owners are sick and will cuddle with them. Yeah. I don't think Imbex is actually like sick. I think he might be like hungover from our weekend. One of our friends, Salix, it's Gregory's theory. One of our friends has a theory who that like if you have a hangover, it'll skip a day. So we kind of partied on Sunday, and so it skipped yesterday, and he joined us for ESO just fine. But now today he's feeling crap. This is Gregory's theory. Gregory's sometimes in chat. I haven't seen him for a while, but I know he's been kind of busy after school. Okay. So that's all finished. Technically this one should be blocked before we work on it, but it's only staying with us, so. I only blocked these ones because this one was slightly too small. So I was trying to get it to expand a bit. Okay, so this is going to be the Neko square, and since he just paid us a visit, we're going to do that one next. So, can I put this? Let's lean it. That was terrifying. Let's lean it against the window here. Okay. We need some pink. Whoa, shit. Black cat, granny square. So. Why am I'm not going to crochet with this. We're going to embroider with it. Let's go with about that much pink. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to draw a triangle there's like a circle here. We're going to draw a triangle in this little circle. So, need to start on this side. to the bottom. Yarn needles. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, and on the back here, I'm gonna try and tuck this inside some other embroidery. Okay, let's try this. Luna's still crying. Luna girl, just enjoy the bone. It's okay. I know, sweetie. I know. Oops. This might be too long. There we go. Wait, this is not the square I want. I want this one. What am I doing? Hold on. Good thing I didn't, like, really lock that down. I know, sweetie. I know. You're just so excited to have your bone. I know. Okay. Come on. There we go. That should be there. Okay. This is the skeleton, mummy, whatever, spider web. Ugh. Okay. This is the Neko cat, the black cat. Okay, so we need to go in this first small circle here. Jesus. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and find, okay, I think I like this one because there's a stitch at the bottom here that we can use as a middle. So this can be our corner. And this is our middle. Okay. This is the other side. And this is the middle again. Okay. And now we just need to fill in the middle of the triangle. We're going to do lines going down. Come on. Just need to figure out, there we go, where the needle fits through the fibers. There we go. Now we've got the back locked down. Okay, and we also want to cover up that center hole with this nose. So we're going to kind of arch it up for the next stitch. Hopefully that's going to work. I also want to mark the requests that we had for snacks as finished. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is definitely too long, so we're gonna shorten it a bit. By... Yeah. Oh! I'm so sorry I hit the camera. We're gonna shorten it by yanking a bit on that tail. There we go. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, that helped. Oh no, we're gonna be a bit lopsided. How can I fix this? This is why I like to do the sides. Some people will just like start at this and just kind of fan over. But I like to start at the sides so I can see if there's going to be a problem like this where we're going to be a bit off center. But I think I just found how I can fix it. That should help. Also, I don't think I went over far enough on this side. Come on, go through those fibers. Oh. Kind of looks like a kitty mustache. He's got a pink mustache. Okay. How? That should all be going through one stitch. I don't think I'm going through a single stitch. I think I messed up. Okay, what we're gonna do. Uh-oh. Okay. We're gonna go this way. If I can kind of yank this over to the side, this particular stitch was messed up. There we go. I think we'll be fine. Whoa! Okay, we're gonna move this. Bex is finally taking his nap, and I just heard him snore. Okay. Come on. Luna finally decided on a spot to chew her bone. There we go. Whoops. There we go. I should put a timer repeating with the pattern that I'm using. As a shout out to the designer. But I think I still have it in my copy paste, so I'm just gonna pop it in there right now. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I like how this nose is coming along. I think it's a bit wide, but I think overall it's gonna be okay. Oopsie. Okay, we need to fill out this left side a bit more. The right side has quite a bit of action going on. Okay, and I'm also going to need to embroider the mouth and the eyes, so this is not going to be a very big crochet heavy stream today. Hi, Sailor Witchy! Oh my god, thank you! Welcome in! Coven Raid, yay! What's up, Witchy? What were you guys doing today? Let's give her a shout out. Yay! Welcome in, Strawberry Amethyst. Shout out, Sailor Witchy. There we go. Animal Crossing today. Nice. Is the new update out? I can't remember if it's today or later in the week or what's going on. Or are you just getting your island set up for it? It's out on Friday. Nice. So, by the way, is Marvel's Eternals. So, Salix, if you're still listening, we need to go to the theater again because I'm pretty freaking excited for Eternals. Just trying to finish my island. Were you the one I was talking to that decided to completely redo their island recently? Salix, you're still here. Yay. I'm free this weekend. Nice. I don't think so, but I have in the past. Okay, cool. I haven't done a full island redo before, but I have decided to revamp a couple things. This nose is fucking huge. I think I messed up. He can be a big-nosed kitty, I guess. I did decide to change up my design a little bit. Yeah, I've done that before. But I haven't, like, fully restarted. One of my friends decided to do a full restart, and I was like, holy crap. Why would you do that? Yeah, I'll flatten and redo. What am I doing? I'm going the wrong direction is what I'm doing. Flatten and redo all my terraforming, but never completely restart. Wow. I've actually also never, like, when you say flatten and redo terraforming, have you ever, like, completely flattened your island? Because I've never done that before. I've just kind of reshaped my mountains. Oh, I've completely flattened? Holy shit, that's a lot of work. Moved everything to the beach and all? Nice. I have moved my houses around, but not much bigger than that. This looks like a bunny's nose, not a cat's nose. Maybe if I just do this a bit more, maybe that'll help. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't even do my whole, like, introduction. So welcome in, Sailor Witchy people. Normally we stream ESO, and normally my husband's with me, but when I do Crafty streams, my husband doesn't normally join. Sailor Witchy is part of the reason that I do Crafty streams. The other part is Nick Tarithia. I don't think she's here. But I normally do Elder Scrolls Online. And, there we go, finally. Nick Tarithia gave me the idea because I was going to switch to a New World stream, but I was waiting in queue. Nick Tarithia, hi! Good timing! I'm not actually Nick Tarithia's mom, but... Oh my god, hi! I was waiting for the New World queue, and I was like, I'm sorry, guys, stream's gonna be late. Nick Tarithia was like, well, I'm watching someone knit while they wait for the New World queue, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So then I did that, and then I raided Sailor Witchy very soon after that. And you do crochet streams, I think you said? Every Friday? And I was like, hells yeah, I'm gonna do a crafting stream then. We're gonna have a dedicated crafting stream. We actually haven't really gotten a dedicated day, but we've been trying. Crochet typically nice. Okay. Does that look less like a rabbit? Less. Haven't done one in a while. Yeah. I started with these. We took a vote. I showed them these granny squares and also another like Halloween themed thing, and I was like, what do you guys want to see me do? And they voted for the squares. We did one stream, and that's it. I was gonna tell you Pepe's down to 16.5 pounds, and then you said my name. Good timing. Holy shit. Yeah, so we're doing a crochet stream today because I needed to finish a baby blanket for my boss who's going on maternity leave. And so I was like, might as well. And then we kind of got stuck. But that's okay. I'm enjoying this. Okay. I think that can be cat-like enough. It's huge, but I think it could be cat-like enough. Okay. Looks like a cat to me. All right, thanks, Witchy. Okay, we need to, this is the back, right? Yeah, this is the back. Wait, hold on. This is the back, so we need to go. Like this. And then like this. Okay. The vet tech was spoiling Pepe with treats and pets because she loved him. Doesn't have to be perfect, I think? Okay. She gave us a churro stick to bring home. Holy crap, nice! Okay. Oops. Well, it's a good thing this is the back because that didn't tie off exactly as I planned it would. Fuck it! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna lurk a little and stretch, but I'm here. Nice. Thank you, Witchy. And thank you again for trusting me with your community. Okay. We got the nose. Now let's embroider the mouth. We might be able to use that for the ears, because that's quite a bit of yarn. So let's see how that goes. And now this should be good for the mouth. It's a bit thick, though. Maybe I could go get my thinner. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go get my thinner stuff for the mouth. I think that'll be better. I always lurk until I want to talk about my cat. I'll be right back. Wait, actually, I think the one I wanted was beside me. It was. Look at that. Or harass Mooney into playing a different game. Yeah, that actually hasn't succeeded yet, I think, but I am doing a sort of Variety Tuesday. Okay. Let's get... my chair. Okay. All right, so let's see. See how many times I can say okay or all right in this stream. Should we start a counter again? Okay. So we're gonna do, I don't remember what they call it. I'm pretty sure they call it a whip stitch to embroider the mouth, which means that we're gonna go a step ahead and then go back. So we're gonna go ahead a little bit and then double back and connect here to make the line. Yeah, I like this thinner yarn. That looks nice. Except that wasn't supposed to be as long as it is, so I'm gonna backtrack. I can do this. We need more people because we can't clear the map with just 2. Turk and I play Tribes of Midgard on Fridays, but it's like 7 p.m. my time, so oof. 3 a.m. for you. Yeah, sorry, that ain't happening. Oof. I'm trying to get on normal sleep schedules even on the weekends, so I don't think I can do that. Yo, I don't know why, but for some reason, I did not make this connect here, so we're going to do that. Tribes of Midgard. So I've heard of that, but I don't think Imbax or I play. He might have gotten it for free on not Steam, but the other Epic Games. But I know he's been watching some like video game news YouTube stars who have mentioned it. It does look pretty interesting, but yeah, I've got a lot going on over here. $7 p.m. your time, 3 a.m. my time. So that's pretty late for Turcos, isn't it? I didn't realize you guys were. Wait, no, you mentioned Triumphs of Midgard to me, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure Imbax was sitting right here. Fridays are our date nights, so he has some extra coffee that day and stays up till like 1 a.m. his time. Oh my god, that's so cute. I've had some extra coffee today. We'll see if I can sleep, but I couldn't sleep last night. Okay, I think maybe one more stitch and we can be done with the left side. It's a lot of wiggle room. Come on, go through the fiber, you stupid. There we go. Oh, that didn't look as much like a smile as I wanted, but whatever. Good enough, I guess. I heard you might be home for Christmas. Yeah, I really want to be home for Christmas. But we heard something today that the flights might get messed up. And Bex told me he heard something, his dad rather, heard something that maybe Americans will not be allowed to travel into Slovakia. But because I've married a Slovak person, there's no real way they could keep me out. And I have a job here, so I have 2 reasons to be here. And there's no way they can keep me out of America because I have an American passport. The only thing I'm worried about, really, is my flight, that it won't get canceled or changed. So, we shall see. I really want to be home for Christmas, though. I've missed 2, and I was supposed to be home last year. And actually, no, I've missed the last... When was the last time I was home for Christmas? Like 2015, I think, was the last time I was home for Christmas, so I really would like to be home. And I'm also getting very sick of missing Thanksgivings as well, so... Turk is coming here for Christmas? No! Turkos! Well, fine then. Fine. Okay, this next one definitely has to go up a little, because I want this cat to be happy. Why, Turkos? Why? So, for chatters who don't know, Turkos is my brother. We're both here for Thanksgiving, but he'll be with me for... Wait, sorry, both there for Thanksgiving, but he'll... Damn it! Ah. Yeah, I'll be home for Christmas and New Year's. Which, it's also my first New Year's I'll have been home for since 2015. So I'm super hyped for that. Not that, you know, my family are big partiers, but... Super hyped for that. But yeah, I hope there's going to be people home. I'll be home. Wow, Salix and I will be home at the same time. What the hell? So Salix and I live here together, but we also are from the same hometown. But usually we don't go home at the same time. Not that having me will be too exciting. Yeah, because we live here together, but, you know, it might be nice for my mom to see you. It's been a while. You can meet her enormous dogs. Unless you want to freak out our moms. Freak them out? What do you mean? We don't tell them the other's home and sneak us in. That I don't think that would scare my mom. After the fact that I like surprised her in May, she'll be like, "Oh, there's another person in the house." Although she made me promise never to sneak home again. I was like, "But I saved you the stress of like worrying about me while I was in the flight." And she was like, "Exactly." I was like, rude. Okay, so we're putting in some sort of like freckly stuff for whiskers here. So they'll walk into the living room and see us acting like we're in high school. They'll be like, "What year is it?" But that won't work with my mom because they're in a different house than when I was in high school. Depending on when you fly in and when Turcos flies out, you might see each other. He doesn't have a date set, but he's going to drive home and fly out of the airport. I see. Well, I do have a date, unless it changes because of COVID and stuff. So I should probably tell him what my date is. And maybe he could at least see me for a day. But I did get to see him in May. Did get to see him in May. Okay, there we go. So we've got some whiskers. Kind of. Well, that one's much bigger than I thought it would be. And these ones are much smaller than I expected them to be. Hop back out here, you little bugger. And this one maybe I'll just restart because it was my last one. That's too long. You keep avoiding me. I'm not doing it on purpose, Nick Dorothy, I promise. I can't go home for Thanksgiving because we're teaching. Really starting to get sick of the teacher lifestyle that I can't take holidays when I want to because I have to make sub plans or make somebody else sub and it's stressful to them or I think I just want an office job so I can take a holiday when I want to take a holiday. Okay. Yeah, we got some whiskers now. You just fly into Denver and then then go back eastward. You know, actually, I will. Well, no. I was looking at a flight that was going to end up in Chicago, but that's not actually going to be a thing anymore. That was going to be the furthest west I was going to be, but no, it's actually not going to be like that anymore. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So, technically I have to embroider the eyes now. But I think for the eyes, I'm going to use the thicker white so that I don't have to do as many passes. What the hell? I might use this for the spider web. I don't remember. We might need just the thicker one, so I'm just going to leave that here. Okay. Hopefully that'll be enough for... Hi, Brock! How you doing? Did you see we're going to be able to buy one of the towers in the Deadlands for a house? No, I did not. I didn't spend a lot of time in the Deadlands. I basically was in the Deadlands for like half an hour yesterday. Whatever you guys saw on stream, and that was it. Okay, so we're gonna place it like... Yeah. Yeah, I was cruising around and came across a house in the corner of the map called Agony's Ascent. Wow. Which corner? Eastern corner, western corner? What the hell? I don't know where to place these eyes. Technically, they should be pretty close to the nose, but I don't think I like that. Let's try it. I can always yank it back out. Northwest, I want to say? All right. I'll take a look at it later. We're making a Neko square. We're making the black cat here. And then I also have a spider web and a mummy that I have prepared. We've got... Here they are. So maybe we'll finish these today. I don't know. Maybe we'll go into Esso. It's already 9 o'clock though, so we'll see. I started late, so it's kind of nice to just do the chill stream. I am back. So you like it? Yeah? I love you. The creepy slit for an eye, but he said it's nice, so... I need to reposition my headphones if he's awake. So I can actually hear my husband. Whoop! Houston, we have a problem. Oh my god. Balls everywhere. All my yarn balls just went rolling because I knocked over my bag. Okay. Shit. And now everything's all tangled together. Oh my god. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Scheisse. Okay. I think I mostly fixed it. Okay. Whew. Can you guys actually hear me? I think so. Yeah? Okay, cool. I've got a row counter that's shaped like a panda. Got it from Tiger. Okay, let's try and figure out this eye situation now. What do you think? Good placement for the eyes? There's a knot in this string, but I think that's some pretty good placement for the eyes. Bless you, Luna. That was a big sneeze. There we go. I think we got good placement for the eyes. What do you think, Imbex? Okay, now I just need to make them nice and big and round, like eyes are. The white for the eyes is popping pretty nicely. Technically, I was supposed to use white for the background as well, but I didn't have any, so I just did it silver. And I'm actually quite happy. Imbex, what am I supposed to do with that? Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Yeah. What am I attached to? Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, it wrapped itself around my computer. There we go. The glass case screw. But it actually came off much easier than I thought it would, so we're fine. Okay, part of the reason that happened is that my tail is getting pretty short here, so we're going to pull that through. That should be good. Luna found a toy. Hey, good girl. Holy shit, she just like exploded. Oh, thank you, Imbex. Actually, I have some water, thank you. I love you. has actually been a while since I had some water, so thank you very much for that. I wonder if I can save that non-combat pet until the next time I'm in game. I wonder if it'll stay there. Yeah, I can't do that. I think the eyes are big enough.
If you want to put something in the middle.
Oh, I will, but are they big enough? The picture that I'm using has them kind of like bulging, and I don't think I want them to be that insane. Here, maybe I can show you the picture. Actually, it's only one of them. Okay, so in the pattern, this one on the left is the one that I'm looking at. So, wait, what? There we go. Oh, it's not changing the size of the pictures. Well, damn. This one on the left is the one I'm looking at for the pattern. With the round, it looks almost bulgy, but these ones are pretty small on this one. Also, it's kind of... I don't know. I think it can be done. So that means let's run it through this. Because we have a back, might as well use it. So... see if I can get this French knot to actually... I hit the camera again, I'm so sorry, I need to get used to this. Every time I've tried this on this project, it's gone bad. So let's see if I can actually get it this time. Nope. I did not. It tightened before I could. It keeps leaving this little loop there. Whatever. Good enough. Okay. I think I'm gonna put some sort of fabric or something on the back of this to hide the embroidery anyway. So it'll be fine. Okay, and next we need the black part of the eye. I think I'm gonna be economical here and use this instead of starting a new strand of black. So if I just poke up through all this embroidery somehow. There we go. Okay. And then I can poke back down on this side. Come on. Shit. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I should have made the eyes a bit bigger. Holy shit. Yay, crochet stream. Hi, Hanny. How you doing? Yeah, we're working on Neko right now. I'm stabbing something into his eye. Don't mind me. There we go. And now he's got some eyes. He looks a bit crazy, but now he's got some eyes. Yeah, there we go. I feel like I am not maybe the most professional streamer crochet streamer you guys could be watching, but hey. My projects get results. I'm doing all right. Today was a little bit of a crappy day at school, which is kind of why we're crocheting. Also because I needed to finish a baby blanket for my awesome boss who's going on maternity leave. And I'm not being sarcastic there. She really is an awesome boss. Oh shit, I pulled it too tight and now he has no pupil. I'm really sad she's going on maternity leave, but I needed to finish this blanket. How long has it been? I think I need to actually go take a break and get that blocked. Because she goes on maternity leave next Tuesday, and I need to make sure, first of all, that washing it didn't destroy it. He looks so cute. Thanks, Annie. I don't think so, but thank you. His nose is freaking huge. And I think his eyes are a bit too small for how big his nose is. But it's okay. We'll add his ears and hopefully it'll even out. Balance out. Okay, let's use this scrap white to give him some whiskers. Or should we use the small? Let's use the small, actually. Okay. So, to do the whisker, I'm gonna have to do about that much. His nose is like the cutest jelly bean. Okay. I didn't see it that way, but thanks. Although I keep comparing it back to like what I see the person who designed it have. Like, so her nose is like a perfect triangle. And I'm like, but mine isn't a perfect triangle. But I guess not all kitties have triangle noses. Okay. We're just gonna cut him some whiskers. And actually, they don't need to be the same size because I am actually gonna cut them down to size. I just want some space to be able to tie them on. Yeah, so I finished the blanket. It's in the wash. Where can I place this? Maybe like here-ish. And then I just kind of got stuck because I wanted to do this stream with you guys, these Halloween granny squares for so long. We picked them out together on stream and we haven't done it. Nothing in nature is perfect. That's very true. Thank you for the wise wisdom, the words of wisdom, Hanny. The wise wisdom. Oh my god, I need a nap. That's not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. No. I don't like this song. Oh, this is weird. I don't like this. No. So, I didn't want to do these squares off of stream, but I also really wanted to work on them. So I made some bases, and one of these is going to be a spider web, and the other, holy shit, they're covered in dog fur somehow already. The other is going to be the mummy. So we've got that ready for us. And then we might work on making another square during stream. We'll see how much time we have. There we go. There's a set of whiskers. Maybe we should have used the thicker yarn. This looks pretty sad. Maybe it'll look better once we have more on there. So, yeah. Okay. My phone got here and I was about to order some food, but now it's all copying stuff over. Oh shit. I've been ad braked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. At least it's just crochet stream and not in the middle of a dungeon. What is that fart wiggle? What? Oh my god, guys, we're almost at 200 followers. Maybe I should put a thing. And then we can have like a big special stream when we get to 200 followers. Hi, Nick Terithia. Welcome back. I don't know if anyone else got locked out by an ad. Sorry if you did. But I just noticed we're almost to 200 followers. We've got like 22 followers left to get to 200. So I might set up a follower goal. And if we can reach it, then we might have a special stream. It's been a while since we've done something special. Nice. I love these emotes. They're so cute. Okay. Oh my god, this is not gonna work. This is so not gonna work. It's funny. Okay, hold on. There we go. That should work. I hate tying knots when you've got to put them close to something. There we go. Okay, so we got some real long whiskers on this buddy, but if we cut it to maybe like here-ish? There we go. We got some whiskers on him now. Not too sad. Maybe I can add another set after the ears if he still looks weird. There we go. Also, I think I'm going to weave these fuckers in because I've been fighting with them for way too long this stream. And it's really not going to take that long to just do. Oh my god, you guys unlocked the Harry Potter cosplay stream too. I just remembered that. Oh my god. Okay, so join the Discord if you would like an announcement on when I'm gonna be Harry Potter cosplay dressed up. And we also need to have a Sims 4 stream day. So if you join the Discord, you'll get all these announcements. I think that can go here. I get all my Twitch subs gifted, so I get cute emotes as gifts. Nice. I have a couple subs that I keep up on my own. But then I get a bunch of gifts otherwise as well. Come on. This is really hard to do. There we go. Okay. So. Okay. That should be enough there. There we go. Okay. There we go. Kitty cat. Now the only thing we have left to do is the ears. There it is. The ears. Okay, so for the ears, the pattern is the same for both. What changes is the stitch where you join your yarn. So right ear, hold the square with the joining point up using not this size hook, this size hook. Join around the post of the 5th stitch of round 4. Around. Okay, and where's my pink? So we're joined. Now, single crochet around the post of the same stitch where you just joined the yarn, half double crochet, and a double crochet around the post of the next stitch, double crochet, and half double crochet around the post of the next stitch. Shit. Next. Okay. There's an ear. Okay, let's do the next one. This is really quite difficult. And I forgot how annoying this pink yarn is. It's not the best yarn. I bought this when I first moved here and just wanted to have something to work with. And it was very cheap. And so it's like falling apart. Okay. There we go. Is there even a point to this? There it is. Okay. I mean like a point in the ear, not a point as in like meaning to it. Okay, so next we need the black. Where did the black go? It fell down. There it is. Okay. Single crochet in the first single crochet made in. Okay. Oh, let's weave in these ends first, actually. I think it'll be easier to do that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I've already decided that I'm going to do something about the back of this to hide it. I'm just going to weave through the back. There we go. This bitch ain't ever coming off. Okay. Okay. So now we go to join here. And we have to single crochet here. I think they're just all single crochets. Yeah. It's pretty easy. There we go. And we've got a nice ear here. I forgot this was even still sitting here. Okay. One Neko ear. And two Neko ear. Yes, Luna girl. Yes, I said Neko's name, but you didn't have to come running. I know. Good Lord. Okay. And two Neko ear. And we are finished with the Neko. I just need to, yes, I said brother's name again. Come up here, girl. Say hi to everybody. Now I just need to hide everything. Come on, sweet girl. Come on. Yeah, who's your good girl? Come say hi. Come say hi. You want to come say hi? Come on. There you go. Yeah, who's your good girl? Yeah, who's your good girl? Oh, hello, cat. Oh my god, this is gonna get complicated. Help. Help. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Auntie, almost doxed you, Salix. Hold on, I'm gonna mute it so that I can tell them you say hi. I said Auntie Salix said hi, and I got that kiss reaction, so that's for you. Except she doesn't know you as Salix, so I muted it to say your real name. Okay, so I'm wondering. Scheiße. I'm wondering, I think I'm signing off. Good night. Alrighty. Night night, Salix. I hope you feel better tomorrow. I'm wondering if I maybe make a quick stitch to hold the ear up, but maybe part of its charm is that it can like flop. This looks more like a bear than it does a cat. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yes, my love. Hang all of them except for the blue one. The blue one I'm gonna come over and take care of in a second. Actually, Salix saying that she's signing off made me realize it is 9:30 here. I should probably sign off soon too, and I also need to go take care of that blanket. You know, part of the charm of just saying fuck it and deciding that you don't care what the back of the work looks like is just, it's so refreshing. There we go. What do you think, Imbex? Wow, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. I think this is a good time to end, though. Maybe. Well, you know what? We're going to do the spider web, and then we're going to end. Because the spider web is just embroidering, and it's going to be 6 lines, and then the circles. So it should be pretty fast. So let's see, just so I can have, like, a reference. Where the hell is the spider web? Was that it? There it is. Okay. And also to give you guys a quick reference, the spider web is just here. So we're supposed to do 6 lines first and then put in the square boxy things. Yeah? That's how they have instructed me to do this. So notice how you can insert your needle from front to back on one side, inserting it on the other side. I have no idea what they're talking about in that, but okay. Okay, so should I use the thicker yarn? I think since this is the only thing that's going on this, I should use the thicker, because the thinner, I'm scared might get lost. But it would look more like elegant to have the thinner. We're gonna go with the thinner. this thicker white yarn can go over here, and let's put the thinner stuff. Come on. Stop getting all tangled. You can do this. Okay. I hit the camera again. I'm so sorry. Holy crap. There we go. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so we need to start probably here-ish. And we need to make 6 lines. So there we go. See, this will be pretty fast, I think. Okay, and I need to go. This is the part where I'm going to have to slow down a tiny bit because I need to get it lined up, hopefully. There we go. Hopefully pretty well. Okay, am I supposed to? Yeah, I'm supposed to go straight to the middle and create a sort of spoke. So there we go. Okay, and I'm also gonna try, just look something up quick. All right. So there's our first 2 lines, technically 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. They said 6. But actually it's going to be 8. But that's okay. Okay. Let's go slightly. Luna is like right in my way. And she doesn't even care. Oh God. There we go. go. Bax is poking around. Okay. Oh, that stitch went like right through actual hole in the stitches, so hopefully, yeah, it looks fine. Oh shit, Luna. There we go. At least she's out of my way now. That's much more comfortable. Okay. Hmm. I hope the center of this looks proper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of. I think I can fix it on my pass back down through. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Oh well. Oh well. So apparently it is a tradition or a superstition that if you see a spider on Halloween, that it means somebody is watching over you, some spirit. Speaking of spider webs, one of my guildies on ESO did a trivia for Halloween, and that was one of the questions. Hi, Phillips. How are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you. We're doing a crochet stream today. I needed to finish a baby blanket for a friend and kind of got sucked in decided since there's no witches festival to run to in ESO that we can take our time with this. So we're making squares that we can like attach together that are Halloween themed. We have a cat, and now we're doing a spider web. This is not my pattern. The person who made this pattern is here, Rafa Musa Designs, I think is how you say their name. So I can't take credit for any of this beautiful work because I'm just following instructions. Sometimes not very well. Theirs looks better, but we're gonna persevere. How you doing today, Phillips? It's okay. I'm glad it's over. Gotten a little bit burnt out. Yeah. Yeah, it was getting there, yeah. Actually, that's part of the reason I let myself get so distracted by the Deadlands yesterday. I was a little bit sad I didn't get a couple more chances at Witches' Skulls. Plunder Skulls, whatever the hell they're called. But I was like, you know what? I was done with the event anyway. I thought we lost a bit of distance there really suddenly. This is fun. Okay, hold on. Oh my lord. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. I'm gonna weave in these black ends because they're not doing anything to help me. And I will not need them later like I did with the cat with the eyes. So let's get them out of the way. Okay, we are approaching 10 o'clock and I still have to block this blanket. So I think the lines are going to have to be where we stop for this, actually. I was hoping that this was going to be quick enough. But I'm remembering now how long blocking is going to take. And I'm silently crying inside because I have work in the morning. And it's earlier than I thought I was going to have to go in, so I'm very sad about that. It's an in-service day, so normally we don't need to go in until about 8 o'clock, but because of my colleague who's leaving for maternity leave, we're going in a bit earlier to have breakfast with her, which is nice, but I'm losing an extra, like, half hour of sleep. And I don't think her blanket's gonna dry in time, so I don't even get to arrive with that, which I was gonna be super hyped about, but... Okay. So next time we come into this crochet stream, maybe we'll finish up the circles tomorrow before we go into whatever we go into tomorrow. But we're gonna finish up the circles. We should do quite a few, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably at least 5 to make it look pretty balanced. So yeah, we finished the lines. So we'll try and see. I'll see how much I can do with this. Maybe I should just tie this off and start fresh tomorrow, but we'll see. And yeah, we're gonna put this in here. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see exactly what we get through tomorrow. And we'll see. Okay. Let's see how many times I can say we'll see. Okay, so I have already chosen a person that we can raid. I'm so happy we finished at least one of them. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna raid another Crafty streamer who I'm pretty sure designs her own what's it called? Her own like patterns and stuff. And like she designs her own like stuffed animals, which are called amigurumi or something like this. I always pronounce it wrong. So she designs her own one of these in crochet, and she was working on some new designs when I picked her for a raid. But now she's showing off, she's advertising something. Oh. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, she's advertising that she's got a subathon coming up and she wants to get something for it. So that's probably where we're going to pop in, is her talking about that. But yeah, let me switch you guys over to my credits. I'm going brain dead. It's been such a long day. Oh my god. Okay, so here is my raid text. And I'm going to switch you guys over to my credits. And thank you so much for watching. We will be back tomorrow. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. We might be doing crochet. We might be doing housing and ESO. We might also be doing knitting. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. Tomorrow, wait, no. Join the Discord if you want announcements on us doing Sims 4 or my Harry Potter cosplay. Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. Let me... Okay, she's called Lioness, and I found her when I was doing some research for what my crafting stream should look like. So a lot of my like framing and stuff is taken from her. So thank you guys very much for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, thank you for your continued support. Thank you and good night.
For 20th. Be there or be square. Okay? Whoa! Moon Daughter, thank you for the raid. How are you doing? Moonbeams are spreading the love. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the raid, Moon Daughter. How are you doing? Welcome. D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R. Okay, I spelled daughter right. What are you working on? Tell me everything. Be there or be a lazy square dog. Yeah, be there or be a lazy square dog. For those of you just joining with the raid, my name's Linus. I'm a creative streamer, and we're trying to crochet. We're trying. We're trying. Are we good? Did I miss anything? Did I miss any requests? I don't think I did.